Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Simply Growing Food Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan. Today, I'm going to get into, all that's been going on. It's now early April, spring is on the way, and things are happening. Okay, we got opening day, we've got chicken butchering coming up. What else? The bakery is ridiculous. I'm going to cover all that. Also, a new Daigle Farm stand membership program. What's that about? That's what's coming up on the SGF. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Simply Growing Food Podcast. Hello, my friends. It's been a while. Yeah, so sorry about that. It's been about a month since I have gotten any kind of content out there for the show. Shame, but you know my name. So what are you going to do? Let's just dive right into it. We got a lot going on, all right? We just got the roof on our pavilion here at the farm. The pavilion is now like a key centerpiece to the whole farm operation. We're trying to do I'm calling it agrication. I've never heard the term. It could be a term. Agricultural education, right? Agrication. I want to have local farmers that specialize in certain areas come in and just teach people. Just, 1 hour, 2 hour chat. We serve them a meal. It's included with the event. Bada bing, bada boom. We're kind of getting our feet wet with opening day. Instead of keeping all of the vendors in the pavilion, we're actually setting everybody up outside the pavilion because we want to use that space for people to eat, get out of the weather if need be. And also, we're going to be doing a couple of chats this year, which is new. Okay. On Saturday, I'm going to be giving a chat all about chickens. That should only be about an hour max. We also have a farm walk included. So, okay, all right. I'm getting a little off topic here. Let me put it in order. We've got 10 vendors coming both days. Okay, all right. Some are different on Sunday. Okay. And I haven't been running the vendor list. That's Farmer Cass's wheelhouse. But from what I've seen, it's a pretty good selection. I mean, I saw someone that did stained glass on there, and I've never seen that. Right, so that's going to be cool. Pottery, some other things. Man, I really should have a list of vendors, but check out the Facebook page. I'm sure we're going to be making a post all about who's going to be here and what day. So, yeah. Vendors are outside, and it's a new selection this year. A couple of repeats. Not going to lie, there's a couple of repeats. Shout out to Jen from the grain yard. Jen will be here with her goat milk products. But, yeah. Again, check out the Facebook page. I'm sure we'll have a post out about it. So we got 10 vendors both days. We're also serving some fresh, hot food. Some from the farm, some from other farms, all fresh, all local. So what we're doing, last year we did pulled pork sliders with our pork. And Chef Kim, I think, made a coleslaw, not with our veggies. This year, we're going a little Tex-Mex. We're doing tacos and I think some form of a fajita, but don't quote me on that. Chef Kim has written a delicious sounding menu, so it's going to be good. But it's going to be local beef, our chicken, our pork. So you'll have the option of 3 different proteins, a side of rice and beans, of course, and the tortillas. They're only going to be soft. Sorry for those of you that like a crunchy taco, but the soft ones we can make, and they'll be sourdough based, and we've been making those, so those are really good. So top with some microgreens. We're going to have some fresh skyr spread from the creamery, which is the substitute for sour cream. It's delicious. Onions, which we still have a few of, and salsa, which we are making. So it's going to be great. Very tasty. And I think we even have a vegetarian option, which might just be rice and beans and everything else that's not meat. But still delicious. And it's all going to be spiced with Chef Kim's signature spice blends. I got to write an ad for her. Right here would be a great place to insert it. Boom. Right now. But I didn't write one, so I'm going to have to. But anyway, yeah, so we're looking forward to that. All right. Vendors covered. Space covered. Food covered. The way the day's going to go. Around 11 a.m., we're going to do a farm walk. Now, we don't have pigs and we don't have turkeys yet, but the garden is coming alive. We're trying to work on a biochar display, like kind of a display. What am I trying to say? Workshop kind of. Demonstration. There it is. I'm going to try to get my dad out there to man the fire, but we are very much interested in creating our own biochar to add to our compost and for our market garden and greenhouse this year. And we've got a lot of scrap cuts from building this pavilion, so it's kind of a win-win. We're going to take the scrap from the pavilion, turn it into compost, food, plant food, great things, awesome, good things. But so the farm tour will include checking out the hens. We're putting all the hens outside this year, calling it Hen Hill. It's going to be great. You got to come see it. Then we're going to meander through our ornamental garden, where things are just really starting to pop, come to life. Take a walk through there. We'll see the pig pen, which is in disrepair at the moment, but that's because there's no pigs in there. And that's always our May project, is the pig pen. I got crazy plans for a pig feeder. That'll be another episode. But, and just a new way to do pig feed for us this year on the farm, just to save a ton of time and maybe even some money. Anyway, so we'll check that out. We'll see the market garden. We'll see the biochar demonstration area. Probably see some chickens, some like younger chickens, and then we'll just circle back. So all the while talking, answering questions, whatever, if people are curious, you know how it goes. It's a farm walk. So we got one of those both days. Then there's like an hour or so that goes by, and then I'm doing a chicken talk on Saturday in the pavilion, all about, you know, how to get into it, raise your own, for eggs, for meat, whatever kind of questions people might have. And then later on in the day, I think around 3, Cass is doing a sourdough 101, all right, where you will be likely able to purchase some starter right from us, our starter. Same recipe we've been using for almost 2 years, which is really cool. Same starter we've been using for 2 years. It's got its own unique flavor and profile. It's a whole thing. So if you're interested in that, come on out Saturday. We're going to have Chicken 101, Sourdough 101, okay? And all the while in between, there's going to be a pot up your own garden thing going on. We get a ton of seeds and biodegradable pots donated from Hank. Shout out to Hank. You know who you are. Every spring, and we just can't use them all. You know, this is literally millions, maybe not millions, thousands, hundreds of thousands. All right, I don't know how many, but a lot. A lot of seed packets, a lot of biodegradable pots, a lot of like plastic seed starting pots, all the good stuff, okay? We literally can't use it all in a year, or 2 or 3 or 4. There's so much. So we try to give it away. We're going to have like a raffle giveaway. It's a free raffle, you know, during the event. And that'll be like a garden, start your own garden basket kind of thing, with all the things you need, right? Same concept. And what else? Sorry, I'm reading this thing from someone who wants to be a vendor. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so, right. Start your own seeds and stuff. So it's gonna be fun. Whole family can enjoy. What else? Oh, so that's Saturday. Sunday, I guess I'm giving a chat. We're going to do another farm walk, but I'm giving a chat on market garden prep, like all the things we do here on our farm to get the garden ready. the tools we use, time frames, things like that, whatever kind of questions people have, and I can hopefully answer. And then Cass is doing a pressure canning and water bath seminar at the end of Sunday, kind of teaching you how to preserve your own harvest. That's something we've been deeply focused on for the past couple of seasons, is how to make our veggies go the distance, right? And usually that means you gotta preserve them. So I think I like it. I really do. I like where things are going in the event and ideas category here at the farm. Now that we have a nice space outside that's permanent, it's not a tent. The tent was nice. Those of you who have been listening to the show or following the farm or been customers, what have you, you know we did the party tent thing. That failed twice. So we built a beautiful post and beam pavilion here on the farm. The same dimensions as the tent was, same spot where the tent was, so it should be good. We're looking forward to a lot of cool events. Agrication, baby. Anyway, so yeah, this year it's not just about opening day and the crafters. It's also kind of getting our feet wet with helping others understand this crazy world of agriculture, and I'm happy to do so. I mean, hell, that's this whole show, right? That's this whole show, man. Anyway, okay, opening day. That's going to be great. Also, there's going to be a ton of baked goods. Ton of baked goods. We just rolled out Daigle donuts and watched the out, okay? They are very good. Now, they're not deep fried. They are just simply baked, and they're very good. Simply baked. Tagline for the bakery, perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, the bakery's been nuts. Cass just started making homemade oatmeal cream pies. Holy God, they are so good. Oh my God. They give Little Debbie, now known as Big Deborah, a run for her money. Okay? Big Deborah can't make them like this. They are so good. So I think they're going to be a menu staple, just like our sourdough bread is. We're going to have oatmeal cream pies every week, at least for the foreseeable future. Yeah, her cookie varieties that she's been doing too have been like out of this world. I mean, we classify that as a cookie, although pie is in the name. You know, square is a rhombus, rhombus is a square, whatever that old chestnut is. Speaking of chestnuts, I just planted a ton. That's cool. Like maybe a couple hundred of them. See what they do. Still got some whips from last year. Those are going to go on sale this fall. Stay tuned. Revitalize the American chestnut population. Anyway, that was cool. So, opening day, bakery. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll have bread, crackers, scones, cookies, just a little bit of everything. Granola, these new Farmer Fuel bars. Farmer Fuel bars are like 12 grams of protein. It's equivalent to 2 eggs, just saying, roughly. And yeah, just the baked goods have really picked up. It's kind of a crazy phenomenon. We are eternally grateful and happy because, like, you know, they're really good. And I think half of people's reviews, and when they're like, wow, these are so good, goes to the fact that most folks don't eat fresh baked goods on a regular basis. And I could be wrong, but unless you go to a bakery or, you know, and even that, you know, it's not likely to be fresh. Even if you go to a supermarket and it's like baked fresh in store, it's probably still garbage. So, you know, whatever baked fresh at a Big Y means, you know what I'm saying? Come on. There's no love in that dough. There's love in ours. Anyway, that's opening day. That's April 18th and 19th. Okay, craft fair begins at 11, ends at 3. Hope you can come on down. It's going to be a good time for all. Obviously, admission's free. We're not one of those weird, crazy places that charges you to park. Okay, we're not there. But yeah, come by, get a plate of food, and check out the farm stand. We will have a ton of pork in there, local beef, some chicken. We're processing chickens this weekend in preparation for that. So a week prior to opening day, We're processing about 90 birds. So we'll have farm fresh chicken available, a lot of whole birds. We'll have some cuts, but, we went back and forth. Do we offer cuts? Do we focus on just whole birds, keep it easy on packaging, whatever? I want to do mostly whole birds just because I feel like a whole chicken is our signature product. You know what I mean? Like, boom. You get to taste every part of it. And you know what? You want to go home? Cut it up. Cut it up. Cut it up at home. Cook it all differently. Okay? But opening day, we're going to have some tasty, plump Daigle Farm chicken. A little bit of pork that we have from fall, winter. And we're going to bring in some local beef, yeah. Dairy, of course. The beef and dairy, both Woodstock Creamery. Another person I should be writing an ad for, milk. I don't know. We'll work on that. But we'll have a little bit of everything. We didn't go crazy on merch. We still have some coffee mugs. We didn't buy T-shirts and all the jazz like we usually do. Like, stuff's expensive. And quite frankly, we're just more focused on the food and the education aspect. It's cool. We'll have merch orders throughout the year. People usually sign up for and, whatever. But at this point, I think we're just going to play it conservative and just kind of low-key it. It's going to be good, though. Again, we have EMTs on site for the... Shout out to those fine folks. Neighbor Zach, he's going to be helping out. We got some good help coming. Gavin, of course, our farmhand. Let's see, our friends Jess and Matt. I think Cass's cousin Caitlin's going to help out. So it's going to be an all-star cast for an all-star event. So that's a good wrap-up right there. Anyway, let's see. Ooh. We dealt with a weasel problem, lost way too many chickens, did not catch the weasel, but learned many lessons. Never had a weasel problem ever. And then, like, within the span of a week, we lost several hundred chicks. I mean, it really put a damper on the old springtime, smiles and shit. Big setback. Nothing we can't overcome, but man, that sucked. So I built some weasel boxes, which is a cool, fun experiment project I did with my dad. Shout out to Dad. We did 4 of them. We built 4 of them out of some white oak. Now, they've caught mice. They didn't catch any weasels, but they were definitely getting set off by something. And I filled it with, dead chicken parts, so not everything's going to go after that. You know what I'm saying? Weasels are disgusting. Vile garbage. People with ferrets, no offense, but what are you doing? Those things are demons. Anyway, again, no offense. To each their own. Keep them away from me. Not a big fan. So yeah, lost a lot of chickens. Little chickens. Not big chickens, because it wasn't like a mink or like a Fisher cat. It was a little weasel. And didn't kill any big hens, just little ones. And then got to the meat birds. March sucked. For that. It was also my birthday, Farmer Cass's birthday, some other people's birthdays. It was a good birthday month. Had a lot of cake, had too much cake. Caked out. Cass made me this friggin' chocolate peanut butter triple decker cake. Whew. Coma City, baby. It was good, though. It was good. Let's see what else. Yeah, spring's picking up. We get a lot of nice cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, what else? Onions, tomatoes, a lot of good things. Oh, we covered the greenhouse last week. Finally got it prepped and half of it planted. So stay tuned. We'll be having some crops pretty soon. Things like radish, arugula, and romaine. Desperately needed. But yeah, I was happy to get the greenhouse done. Took like 2 hours to get it covered. Zach was here. Thank you, Zach. My dad was here. Thank you, Dad. It was a little windy, but not terrible. Not terrible. We got it done. If you listen to the show in the past, you know that I've been bitching about it all winter. Let myself down. Should have had it covered. But I feel like I got to take the winter and focus in different areas of the farm and different areas of the business. So it's really not a loss. It's kind of a net gain being able to do that. So no, we didn't have, lettuce and radishes in January or even carrots in March, which would have been nice for everyone. But my brain feels better. My body feels a little bit better. I'm getting back into the flow of things, and I got to work on other things this winter, and that's good. And sometimes it's needed. Probably won't happen again for a while. That greenhouse is needed, so. And I'm crazy. I'm talking about building another little seedling house in front of our greenhouse. One that will get like some kind of propane or oil heater, something that's like consistent and not wood, because the current greenhouse is wood, and that's not consistent enough to put thousands of seedlings that you definitely are relying on. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be secure. Okay? But I'm crazy like that. Also talking about a new chicken barn. Oh, God. These things will happen. Just when, I don't know. Soon. It's like all things are just moving that direction. Not complaining. Been dealing with the health department for over a year. Partially my fault, partially society's. The way things are completely atrocious and in disrepair and in desperate need of attention. I'll do a whole episode on it. I don't really want to get into it right now, but it's just like the power that these government municipalities have is crazy. They all treat you like you're the big guy when I'm not the big guy, right? I'm just an American trying to make my way in this world. But, they don't really give a shit. So that's what it is. I don't even blame the people there, right? They're just complacent with the system that they probably know is wrong, because it doesn't take a genius. Anyway, so we're still chugging on that front. Slower, but chugging. Hey. Anyway, oh yeah. I also want to do this. So the stand, I've done an episode on how now I need a permit to operate my farm stand. I need a permit for the room I sell eggs in, right? Even though I have a permit for the building that room is in. It's just like permit on permits. With no real justification other than, the town needs money. I guess it doesn't, because there's permits for breathing in this freaking place. You need a permit. Permit. I put a pipe in the ground. Needed a permit. Who knew? Permit. Ridiculous. Anyone who's tried to do anything for themselves knows this. You're out there, and if you're listening, let me know. I want to hear from you. But anyway, so if I get this permit, it means we can literally be open year-round. And I want to do that. I think I want to do that, or be open longer, or be open earlier, or something, something. I also want to add a day or two during the week to be open, and that's crazy because we're busy. But also, I think the demand is there. The demand is definitely there for what we offer. Orders, home delivery orders have not slowed down. Winter has been crazy busy for us. We have still been every week doing 25 plus 30 orders home delivered between Thursday and Friday. I mean, we've been freaking busy. I'm not bragging. I'm just stating a freaking fact. It's been crazy. But that just means more people are understanding that the origin of what you eat is important. Where it comes from, who's handled it, what's been done to it. It actually does matter. Imagine that. Imagine all the people. So that's good. Farm stand, permit, open year round, maybe not, maybe open more. I don't know. But I want to offer some kind of savings program through the farm, like a membership. And I'm calling it the Daigle Farm Blue membership, okay? And basically, it's just for stand, buying stuff at our farm stand when it's open. And basically, it's this. You spend $100 to be a member for the year, okay? You're in the club. And every time you come in, you'll save 10% on your whole order. Whatever you're buying, you'll save 10% on it. Now, I'm just going to break it all out so you fully understand how it works. It's not, and again, this program may not be for everybody, but think of it this way. If we're open for 30 weeks out of the year, which is closer to 35 actually, if we're open for, let's just say 30, if we're open for 30 weeks out of the year, and you spend $100 with us every week at the stand, right? It's only going to take you 10 weeks before you start saving money. Because once you spend $1,000, you've gotten that 100 back, and now you're saving. Does that make sense? So you spend the 100, 10 transactions, you're even. 10 transactions of 100 or more, right? I mean, let's just go on easy numbers, 100. And then it's savings from there. So we have some folks that spend a couple hundred every week. Well, you're obviously going to start saving more money faster. So I don't know. I think it's a good thing to offer, especially to people that come out, support the business, share the news, share the food. Just a little bit more of an incentive to shop local. Save 10% on all your orders when you become a Daigle Farm member. Okay? And there's going to be member perks. Now, those are coming. I'm still working out the details, okay? But it might be things like, oh, here's a members only list this week for things we're offering just members. You know what I mean? Exclusivity. But not stupid corporate capitalized exclusivity. Just we're just a small farm. So we're just trying to help people save money in a tough time, if you really want to break it down. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Daigle Farm Blue membership, stand only exclusive. Boom. And that's on everything, even stuff we bring in, like maple syrup, which is amazing, by the way. Shout out to Wilkinson Farm in Columbia, Connecticut. Lovely place, lovely town, fantastic flavor. Yeah, we're big fans. For a while there, I was putting maple syrup in my coffee, in lieu of cane sugar, thinking this is better for me because this is from a tree. No, it's just sugar. It's still sugar. It's a little bit different sugar, but it's still sugar. So I ended up on honey in the coffee, and it's still sugar, but I feel better about it. So whatever. Opening day. Yeah, recap here. Opening day is going to be great. Come on out if you're free. We actually open at 10, but the craft fair starts at 11 for what it's worth, because we just want to give vendors, their own time to kind of come and get ready and whatever. And for those who just want to come out because it's opening day and say hi, we get a ton of customers that just want to come say hi. Maybe they're not big fans of the craft fair. Maybe they're not going to stick around for a meal, but they just want to say hi. We haven't seen them all winter. They'll pop a squat maybe in the garden. We got a lot of seating that's going to be set up throughout the ornamental garden, just like last year. So if you don't want to eat in the pavilion, you can go eat by the flowers or the shrubs, whatever you want to do. Go eat by the chickens on the other side of the driveway on Hen Hill. But number one, drive slow, okay? Just drive slow. It's a shared long driveway. Drive slow. We're going to have people stationed at different areas to kind of direct you and where to park and all that jazz. But we ask you drive slow, respect the property, respect the neighbors, put your trash in the trash can, and just have a good time. Come have a good time. Let's see, before we wrap it up, what else do I want to cover? man. I know it's been a month. There's been so much. A lot of it's been around baked goods and seed starting and, like March shit, really. Just March shit. I've had a lot of crazy ideas. I finally bought all that electric netting with a solar-powered energizer that I've been talking about so we can put our chickens out on range. And that's one of our big pushes this week is to get all the hens out of the barn. The barn is converting into a chicken nursery, not an egg house. Just for the season. When we're done having babies, it won't be a nursery anymore. But when we are having babies, I just want it to have babies. The divide is good. The separation is good. So the hens are going outside, which inevitably is just going to result in a better tasting egg. Am I right? These chickens are going to be ranging through the forest, the little bit of pasture we have all season, April to October. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be cool. And we started working with Wrights Mill Farm. Shout out to them. Kurt, the owner over there, cool guy, nice guy. Beautiful place, and we are taking their food scraps. I bought 4 of these big industrial trash cans, with wheels, so we can just leave them there, swap them out, what have you, which actually I think I got to do that today or tomorrow. Crap. Probably tomorrow. And I've given it to the chickens twice, and the first time I noticed a big difference, and the second I guess, but it was a weird time because I was getting grain, they were out of grain, whatever. The first time I think it saved like 4 days on grain, like 1 bin of food scraps saved us 4 days on grain, which is crazy and great. And the egg production didn't dwindle. If anything, maybe it picked up a little because they're like that day was full of like salmon in there, some veg, some dairy, all good things for chickens. I mean, so it was pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. We're like recycling, turning trash into eggs, and not trash, but like keeping it out of a landfill, keeping it off the road from being hauled by a massive diesel belching truck. I mean, it's just smarter farming. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Simply Growing Food podcast. Just a reminder, come on out April 18th and 19th to Daigle Farm, located at 257 Woodward Road in Brooklyn, Connecticut, between the hours of 10 and 4. It's going to be a good time. Both Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have 10 different vendors here, hot food that's all local, and aggregation chats. So that's what's coming up at Daigle Farm. Thanks for listening to the SGF. Hope you found this educational and informational, and if not, that's a shame. Bye-bye. I got all the fucking work I need. I got all the fucking work I need.